It's not just church music. It's the sound of a pipe organ in flight. 29-year-old Cameron Carpenter is more than an organist. He's a showman, from his glittering white shirt right down to his sequined shoes. He's the first solo organist in history to be nominated for a Grammy, and he's out to destroy whatever notions you may have about what an organ can do.
You've been called the bad boy of the pipe organ.
Well, maybe it's a little cliche, but if nobody else is going to claim this, I would.
His technique, honed during 6 years at Juilliard, is flawless. Under his feet, the pedals almost become another keyboard.
The show that I put on is always intended to be the most stimulating thing that can possibly transpire between one person and an organ.
Raised and homeschooled in rural Pennsylvania, young Cameron would spend days at his family's second-hand organ, and as a teen, studied classical music almost obsessively.
It was a great outlet for a lot of things that I was going through that I really didn't know how to parse. And I simply channeled it into my work.
All those hormones and everything like that?
Hormones and everything like that.
Out of the spotlight, life is pretty Spartan.
Let's try this.
Carpenter shares a small New York studio with his cat, Kitty Ball.
And by the way, we've rehearsed this scene every single day.
And he's never far from a keyboard. Carpenter says that the physical demands of touring and playing, at least the way he plays, are so great that he actually has trouble keeping weight on.
I find that I need about 5,000 calories a day, and so I drink a gallon of whole milk every single day.
A gallon of milk a day.
I know it sounds completely crazy, but it's actually a really good way of building muscle mass. I'll line these up and start in the morning with one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner, and then, you know, one to take around town.
You're so wholesome, Cameron.
Not really. No.
He designs his own stage outfits and decorates them personally with Swarovski crystals. But what might be Carpenter's greatest creation is coming soon. A pipe-free electronic touring organ that he can play anywhere, instead of at church or wherever a pipe organ happens to be.
What I'm just dying to bring about is the sort of evolution from the pipe technology to the more perfect, no moving parts world of virtual.
I think you're speaking sacrilege saying that here.
Oh, but this is, for me, nothing new. How are you?
Before each performance, Carpenter is out front.
Hi, Cameron, nice to see you.
Trying to shake every hand in the house.
Thanks for coming. Hi, how are you?
Then, after a few push-ups to get the blood to his arms flowing, he's ready.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for putting up with CBS Sunday Morning.
The outfits and the attitude have ruffled a few feathers among organ purists. But Cameron Carpenter says he doesn't care if people look down their noses, as long as they look.
If any organist or classical purist wants to take issue, just please make sure that they can contact the local media first so that we can have the cameras and, if possible, the police and fire department there to try to quell any violence that may break out.
You don't care, in other words.
I mean, it's all a great celebration.